Have you ever thought about the dangers lurking in your own home, invisible and silent, yet potentially deadly? You might be surprised to learn that one of the most dangerous home hazards is something we can neither see nor smell. It's a silent assassin, far more insidious than a loose stair or a frayed electrical wire. This invisible killer is carbon monoxide. Often overlooked due to its colorless, odorless nature, carbon monoxide is a gas that can build up to dangerous levels in our homes without us even realizing it. It's a common byproduct of many household appliances and is released when fuels such as gas, oil, coal, or wood do not burn fully. Compared to the hazards we can see and avoid, like a sharp knife or a hot stove, this unseen danger can be far more lethal. It's time to shed light on this silent intruder, to ensure our homes remain our safe havens. In the next few minutes, we will uncover the silent killer known as carbon monoxide. So, what exactly is this silent killer? Let us delve into the world of carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide, often abbreviated as CO, is a simple yet dangerous compound. It's composed of just two elements, one carbon atom and one oxygen atom. This molecule is incredibly common, and it's produced whenever organic matter burns without sufficient oxygen. This could occur in various situations, from a forest fire to a malfunctioning furnace in your home, or even when you're barbecuing in your backyard. Now, this is where things get interesting. Carbon monoxide is a byproduct of incomplete combustion. You see, when things burn in an ideal situation with plenty of oxygen, they produce carbon dioxide, not carbon monoxide. But when there's not enough oxygen, like in a poorly ventilated space, then the combustion process gets interrupted, resulting in the creation of this potentially deadly gas, carbon monoxide. But what exactly does CO look like? Well, that's the tricky part. Carbon monoxide is completely invisible. It's a colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. This means you can't see it, you can't smell it, and you certainly can't taste it. It is this very nature of carbon monoxide that makes it so dangerous. It can build up in your home or any enclosed space without you ever noticing until it's too late. What's more, carbon monoxide is lighter than air. This allows it to easily spread throughout an enclosed space, rising and filling the area from top to bottom. It's like a silent, invisible flood, creeping in without any warning signs. And to add to its deceptive nature, the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning can easily be mistaken for other common ailments like the flu or food poisoning. This often leads to delayed or misdiagnosed treatment, making this silent killer even more lethal. Now that we know what carbon monoxide is, let's explore why it's so hazardous to humans. Why is something as simple as carbon monoxide so dangerous to human beings? Now that's a question that requires a bit of a journey into the human body. When we breathe, oxygen from the air is absorbed into our bloodstream through the lungs. This oxygen is then attached to a molecule called hemoglobin, which is found in our red blood cells. The hemoglobin acts like a taxi service for oxygen, transporting it to every cell in our bodies. Once the oxygen reaches a cell, it is used to generate energy, the fuel that keeps us going. But here's where carbon monoxide, or CO, comes into play. CO is a sneaky imposter. It looks so similar to oxygen that hemoglobin can't tell the difference. When we inhale CO, hemoglobin picks it up and carries it around our bodies, just like it does with oxygen. But unlike oxygen, Colorado doesn't get off at the cells. Instead, it clings to the hemoglobin, refusing to let go. This means that less and less oxygen can be transported around our bodies. This lack of oxygen, known as hypoxia, can have devastating effects. Initially, it may cause symptoms like headaches, dizziness, and fatigue. These symptoms are often mistaken for the flu. As CO levels increase, so do the symptoms. You may experience shortness of breath, confusion, and even loss of consciousness. In severe cases, it can lead to coma or even death. And here's the real kicker. All this can happen without you even realizing it. CO is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. By the time you start to feel unwell, you've already been poisoned. Clearly, carbon monoxide is not something to be taken lightly. But how can we protect ourselves? Knowing the threat is half the battle. Now, let's arm ourselves with knowledge to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. Prevention, as they say, starts at home. One of the most crucial steps is ensuring proper ventilation. This means keeping chimneys, flues, and vents free from blockages. It also means not using fuel-burning appliances in small enclosed spaces without adequate airflow. Remember, carbon monoxide is a silent, invisible intruder, and it thrives in places where air cannot circulate freely. Regular maintenance of fuel-burning appliances is another essential preventative measure. This includes everything from your furnace and water heater to your gas stove and fireplace. Unmaintained appliances can become inefficient, and they can start to produce more carbon monoxide than they should. So, make sure to get them inspected and serviced by a professional at least once a year. Next, we have the first line of defense, carbon monoxide detectors. These devices are easy to install and can provide early warning of dangerous carbon monoxide levels in your home. They should be placed in sleeping areas and near any potential sources of carbon monoxide. But remember, detectors are not a substitute for proper use and maintenance of appliances. Aside from these tangible steps, awareness plays a significant role in prevention. Understand the signs and symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning, such as headaches, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion. Remember that these symptoms can be easily mistaken for the flu or food poisoning, but they can also be potentially life-threatening. And finally, if you suspect carbon monoxide poisoning, don't ignore it. Get everyone out of the building and into fresh air immediately, and then call emergency services. Carbon monoxide poisoning is a medical emergency, and it requires immediate attention. So there you have it. Proper ventilation, regular maintenance, the use of carbon monoxide detectors, and increased awareness can all contribute to preventing this silent killer from claiming lives. Prevention is indeed better than cure, especially when dealing with this silent killer. We've demystified the silent killer, carbon monoxide, and learned how to protect ourselves. Let's take a moment to look back at our journey to understanding this invisible danger. We began by introducing carbon monoxide, dubbed the silent killer due to its colorless, odorless, and tasteless nature. This stealthy characteristic makes it impossible to detect without specialized equipment and all the more dangerous. Then, we delved into the science behind carbon monoxide. We learned that it is a byproduct of incomplete combustion, often produced when fuels such as gas, oil, coal, or wood do not burn fully. From car exhaust to faulty heaters, the sources are numerous, emphasizing the prevalence of this threat in our everyday lives. Our exploration continued with the chilling reality of how carbon monoxide poisons us. We discovered that it works insidiously, binding with our red blood cells faster than oxygen. This prevents oxygen from reaching our vital organs, leading to severe symptoms and, in the worst cases, death. But it wasn't all grim. We also discussed how we can prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. We highlighted the importance of regular maintenance of fuel-burning appliances and the installation of carbon monoxide detectors in our homes. Simple steps like these can be life-saving, ensuring early detection and prevention. As we wrap up our discussion, it's important to remember that this knowledge isn't just for us. We can all play a part in raising awareness about carbon monoxide poisoning. Share what you've learned today with your friends, family, and community. Let's ensure that everyone understands the risks and knows how to protect themselves. The journey to understanding carbon monoxide has been enlightening, but it doesn't stop here. Keep exploring, learning, and spreading the word. Together, we can safeguard our homes and communities from this silent killer. Remember, knowledge is our best defense against the silent killer that is carbon monoxide. Stay safe, stay informed.